Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
On first down, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tighten up, tighten up.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Get the point down, he's coming. Check 50, check 50. What?
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing here, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
You got 3 down.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
And bring it. Mark 55, Mark 55. You're trapped. Alert, 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 alert. Mike 55, Hey, eat.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Buying time to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check, 59, 59. Hey, truck. Say. Check 13. Check 13. Hey, watch it. Alert. Wide. Get wide. He's moving, boys, he's moving. Check three. 59.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. It's complete. Stills. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Watson with a give to Miller, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Check 4. Tight dog. Hey, look, 3. Check 31.
3rd and long. It's Watson being chased out left. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
We're scoreless after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Check it back. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 52. No. Off.
From the gun, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Alert. Switch gears.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Shit.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Oh, what a move. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Don't get nervous.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that out. Stay with your man. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Hey, 18.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Switch up.
Now Trubisky to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 41, Trubisky dancing to his left. He'll run it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
41. Check 41. Yeah. First down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
I'm scared. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Hey, man.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
Trubisky will throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Montgomery back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Okay, double it. 55 is mine, guys. 55. Hey, they're scared. Mike 55. 3 buzz.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, it's complete to Hopkins. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
It's just me and you. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Get ready. 25. Check 25. Check 37. Check 37. Kill. Let him go.
Watson on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Cohen. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On the return, Carter. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson escaping the pressure right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On 1st down, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Hey, hey, hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Let's go, tight end.
It's a gain of 4.
Watch it. Alert.
Hey,
Hey, ball.
Mike, 4-1, Mike.
I got him.
Take it.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
At the 35-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run high, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Watch the ship. You go tight. You got time.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson and Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check 9. Switch. 55. Check. Lucky. 55. Show it up. Kill.
On first down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Listen, 19. I got one. Spot 54. Spot 54. Undercook. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Out 24. Check. Motion. Mike.
From the red zone now, Watson flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Lock in. He's coming. Red, touch.
On second and 12, Trubisky forced out to his left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Here we go.
Hey, check Mike. Watch it,
Now it's Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line.
take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. Stop your whining. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Fresno. Kill. Under 10. 10. 36.
Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. It's complete. Stills. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 31-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs on to head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subject